Hello, welcome back to Prague. It's the FIBA EuroBasket Women 2017, and 2017 is quarterfinals day. And next up is a game between Turkey and Greece. Greece with the Greek flag, the fans, their team has already had a memorable tournament. They have pulled off some upsets, shall we say, to get this far, being the likes of Serbia and Russia. We just watched Belgium impressively reach the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup for the first time. With that win over Italy, Spain, and Latvia follow this one, and then it's France and the Slovak Republic. So Turkey, having won their group, advanced straight to the quarterfinals. Greece, on the other hand, had to make it through the quarterfinal qualifiers, which they did with the win over Russia. Well, I'm Jeff Taylor, and I'm joined by Shona Thorburnova. Shona Thorburn.
It's my Czech name.
Yes. And Shona, you know what? I mean, it's always exciting watching history, and we just watched it with Belgium with their incredible win. They've made it to the World Cup for the first time. They've made it to the semifinals, I think, for the first time. And now, we're looking at Turkey and Greece, and Turkey have been in this spot before, and they've been successful. But for the Greek women, they would like nothing more than to pull off what would have to be an upset against one of the powerhouses really in recent times.
It would be an upset. I think Italy even Greece even maybe surprised themselves a little bit with being in the situation that they're in right now. That being said, you look at this Greek roster and they have superstars, plain superstars who have been around, they've been in this situation, they've done things for this country that not a lot of women's basketball players get to do. So they are completely capable of giving a very strong, talented, experienced Turkey team a run for their money.
Well, I get chills that run down my back here when I think about this Greece team, because we're seeing some of the same players, including that one right there, the 38-year-old Evina Maltzi, the MVP of the FIBA EuroBasket Women back in 2009, when this team finished 5th and reached the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup for the first time. And now Turkey, a team that, as far as I'm concerned, surpassed expectations by winning their group and bypassing the quarterfinal qualifications to make it all the way to the quarterfinals. And you know what? They've got some talent. They've got some experience in the backcourt. They've got an emerging star in Shaka, and they've also got the likes of Chala, who continues to improve and really now is becoming much more important in the overall scheme of things. And a lot of credit goes to Ekran Memnun, the coach. So we are about ready to tip it off. We're 6 minutes away, but before that, we are going to have the playing of the national anthems for both teams, for Greece and Turkey. Starting with Greece.
Thank you, everyone. And now,
so that was for Greece, and now the national anthem of Turkey.
Thank you, everyone.
So
Take a seat in the game.
rivals, so to speak, Remember the coach on the right for Turkey
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the referees for this game. Yasmina Juras from Serbia,
and the players also,
from Slovenia.
the Greek players making the Turkish players wait at midcourt. Playing a little bit of head games perhaps already. Not sure they want to wait around that much. Anyway, see Ushul Albin and Avina Maltzi, Senurek as well. I mean, I have to say, Maltzi is, she's already legend, much like some of the other veterans that we've seen in this tournament. We're going to get a look, though, right now at the referees as well from Serbia. They're lining up. There they are. Look at it. Those people mean business. Boris Krajic of Slovenia, Maja Kazuko Forsberg, Denmark on the left, and Yasmina Juras in the middle from Serbia. And also, we're going to get a look at the rosters for both of these teams. And doing your homework, anybody that stands out for you coming into this for Greece?
You think of Maltzi, you think of Kaltsidou. Maltzi averaged 22 points back in 2009. Kaltsidou had that enormous game in the qualification game that put them in this position. So you know those two are going to score. I think it's more important to see what people are around them. So there you go. You have Maltzi, you have Sotrio Spanu. She's, power forward, does a great job for them. It's going to be interesting because I don't know how much Turkey has been up against a team of this quality in the group phase. So we'll see how they come out. Speaking of Turkey, Hollingsworth, she had that monster 29 points, 21 rebounds in the 1-point win against the must-win game to be in first place against Italy. You have Shakar, who stepped up. We have Albin, Bardarali. Those two we haven't seen a lot, but I don't think they've had to be the stars where maybe they have in the past. They just, so we're going to start with Chaklar, who you think her game is just going to continue to get better. Nice little lefty. So they're actually they just have so many weapons for Turkey. I think it's important to remember this Turkish team is returning 9 players from Rio. Last year's Olympics, 2016 Olympics. So they have people who have experience. Greece, you have Maltzi, you have Kaltsidou, who have been around in the past, but other than that, there's maybe not a lot of them who have the kind of experience that Turkey has. So here you go. Bardarli, Maltzi.
Well, just two great veterans, aren't they? I mean, Bardarli, we'll always remember her for the shot that she hit in 2011. So when you talk about her in historical context, you have to look at those stats. And then Maltzi, who we talked about in 2009, she's been terrific coming back this year for Konstantinos Karamidas, the coach. What I always find with the Greek teams is that they will come up with a game plan that if they execute well, they'll have a chance to win. And they will have a game plan that is good. Now, Ekrem, the coach, has been impressive in his run. He has not gotten the team to the podium, but what he did do is win crucial games a couple of times. First of all, beating Russia at the FIBA EuroBasket Women 2015 in a classification game to get to the Olympic qualifying tournament. And then at the Olympic qualifying tournament, they won to reach the Rio de Janeiro games. They won games in Rio, and of course, Ana Cruz of Spain spoiled the party in the quarterfinals with a late shot to knock them out. On the other hand, they've come back strong with 3 wins, and a lot of people not expecting them to be up to pace, myself included. I mean, we've been proved wrong because they are a team that has plenty of pizzazz, plenty of experience. This was a team that for so long was Nevri Yilmaz's team. And now Memnum is kind of like opening the fence and letting the horses run. And letting the players kind of be themselves to a degree. Ekrem Memnum, still you got some young players, but it is a mix of youth and veterans. And Turkey really are. They really have been exciting to watch.
And if you're just tuning in and you have not seen Greece play yet, you're going to be excited. They play with so much passion and heart. Honestly, they love to play for their country. They're so patriotic, and you see that in the way that they play. So they are incredibly exciting. This is going to be a great matchup.
So, as you mentioned, Limura, Spanu, Kaltsidu, and Maltzi, the veterans. Nicolapoulou, the guard, is out there as well. So Turkey win it, that opening tip, and they will attack the basket to the right. Wearing the white, Janitas up top over to Vardarli. And Shalar over to Vardarli, and she brings a little bit of rain, but she doesn't get the shot. Nevertheless, Hollingsworth had the ball and was stripped, and this is where Greece are smart. And Maltzi just reads the situation, but went a little too much.
You saw her look at coach to say, hey, got a little excited on that one. Don't worry. I know it was a bad shot.
Janitas is out on the wing right now. Now she goes inside. Shot clock down to 9. Ursula Aubin, 3 attempt. And again, Maltzi just defies the odds. I mean, at 38 years old, one of the best players in the tournament. A remarkable, remarkable story that we get a chance. And it just really does make the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
It does. You talk about her being 38 years old. She's averaging 16.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.3 assists.
And how about Stella she's just as important as Maltzi. I mean, she has been around for all the good times.
And the bad.
And the bad. She's overcome the serious knee injury.
Two knee injuries in consecutive years.
I mean, amazing. Now, Charlotte, this is where we find with her now that she is starting to take more responsibility for Turkey. Kind of, okay, we'll calm down. I'm going to make a shot.
And that Turkey had 2 3-point attempts in the first possessions.
Maltzi's short.
I don't think that's Turkey's game. I think they need to get it inside. They need to have good 2-point shot attempts.
Holding outside to Vardarli. Well, Chalar again on the baseline, this time a little short. And you saw the blue shirts underneath the basket there, just crowding the middle. And Nicolapoulou gets it back outside to Kaltsidu.
Spanu wants the ball in the post. There you go.
She's got it. Offensive foul.
See, I think that might have been her teammates' fault because she had position and she was fighting for it for so long that they were not able to get her the ball. You see the shot by Kaltsidu, and we've talked about Maltzi, but Kaltsidu is also averaging 16.8 points on 49% shooting, 5.5 rebounds. So these two know how to score.
Vardarli, and has it taken away by Kaltsidu, goes behind her back. She's going to go all the way, and she's going to miss it. She did all the hard part, and then when it came time to laying it up and in, she just overshot the hoop. Look at this. Watch it, behind the back. Even with the shirt tug from Charlar. Well, I guess it's not a preferred hand, but still she should have made it. And Hollingsworth travels.
Well, I think both these teams look a little, let's say maybe pregame jitters. In the first quarter, first few minutes. This is a big game. You want to win this game. You win this game, you're automatically going to the World Cup next year in Spain, and you give yourself a chance for a medal.
Spanu, she puts it up, no good. But this type of scoreline is what you've been seeing from Greece all tournament long. I mean, nobody really gets too far ahead. They don't really get too far ahead except in that last game. And now, a flopping call, simulation, has been called by the referee, Krejc. No, she's been warned. Yeah, I thought that was the harsh. It's better to give the warning.
Yeah, and that's the second one we've seen, right? So that's, you know, for those of you who don't know basketball that well, it is something, oh no, they did call it. So we have Hollingsworth shooting free throws now. So that is something that refs have really, in the last couple of years, been paying attention to. And it's basically the flopping, the over-exaggerating, you know, when either on offense or defense, someone tries to exaggerate the call that they're trying to get. The refs are saying, hey, listen, you know what, we're calling a game. You guys keep it clean. Stop trying to act. So I'm a little surprised they didn't go with a warning.
Yeah, that's what I thought initially.
Yeah.
I did think that they had actually called it, but then they just kind of huddled around as if nothing was going to happen. And nevertheless, they capitalize on it and they tie it up. And traveling now to call on Hollingsworth.
And that's good defense by Spanu there. She's giving up quite a few inches, and she just stuck her ground, kind of got as tall as she could. Maybe used her body in a way that, you know, when Hollingsworth spin moved, she sort of jammed her.
Oh, nice pass.
Beautiful pass.
Greece missing some shots at the Soturio, rather. And now Charlar has it, surrounded. Albin wide open. Good! 3 points, the advantage. Nikolopulu now, and it goes to Maltzy, and Albin reaches in, takes away from Maltzy. And Turkey suddenly turning it up a notch on both ends. Vidarli drifts in, gets it to Hollingsworth.
This is what Turkey is
so dangerous at, because they have such skilled guards, dribbling around, penetrating, getting to the heart of that defense, and then making the easy pass.
Kaltsidou, she's scored the only points so far. She misses the three that time. It was open. And this time Albin kind of fumbles it, but is able to get it back. And Janitez for three. Good! And Turkey have turned it up a notch. They lead it 11-3.
And timeout.
Brings the timeout for Greece.
You know, I was worried with Turkey starting, shooting 4 threes already in the game, and I was wrong again. How many times have we been wrong in this tournament? They're 2 for 4. Why not? They're being aggressive. They're hitting shots. And we haven't necessarily seen it, but we know that Turkey has great outside shooters, because they've had Hollingsworth, who's basically been able to do what she wants in the paint, and they've been looking for that. We saw it time and time again. They're just feeding it, saying, hey, you know what, stop us from the inside. But now we're seeing how strong they are from the outside as well, and it's kind of like what we saw in the last game with Belgium. You have great inside players, you're going to be open from the outside, because it's almost impossible to be able to guard both.
Yep, it collapsed on Hollingsworth, although not that time. But they nevertheless don't, that Turkey is setting up outside. And if the defense isn't there man-to-man, if it sags, and she's wide open. I think what Karamidas has to be most disappointed by is a couple of misses by his team, especially the layup from Kaltsidou.
The layup from Kaltsidou, there was another little jump shot that they missed inside the key. Those are misses you can't have if you want to be able to stay in a game. With a very good Turkish team, don't get me wrong. Turkey is good, so you can't afford to really get down.
Now, another unforced turnover.
Yeah, that was the right idea. Just, she kind of threw it behind her post player who was rolling to the basket after the tip.
Vidali this time open. Nicolopoulos over to Sophie Rio, and she hits a three, so that ends the drought, which had lasted several minutes. Good Turkish contingent of fans here today. Now over Alban. Alban short little jumper, and she is just businesslike.
She is. She has come out, and you know, I think the first 3 games she kind of let her teammates do it, and now I think she said it's game time. This is do or die.
And again, what is going on with these passes from Greece that just go out of bounds?
But they're poor passes, and they're easy passes. They should be able to connect on them. They're just, maybe they're a little out of sorts, a little nervous against the Turkish defense.
Hollingsworth spins. She is surrounded by 3 players. And she gets it again, it goes off. And it's almost as if when they make the commitment to get it inside the Hollingsworth, that is Greece's best chance. Because they are so focused on limiting her. They're almost playing into Greece's hands by getting her the ball.
Yeah. And did you see as soon as Hollingsworth touched the ball, she had 10 eyes on her.
Yeah.
And 10 eyes and probably, you know, 10
yours.
sets of feet
Yes.
inside the key as well from, you know, blue jerseys.
Now Malci goes hard to the basket, whips it over to Kalsidou, and Vidali brings it for Turkey. Short jump shot for Vidali. Well, those are some shots that maybe Turkey think they should be hitting. They could be up even bigger, more than 7 points. Will they regret that? Malci still can't get it to go. Alban gets inside, puts up a difficult one. And Malci again, she dribbles with her head up to make the pass. Kalsidou with Hollingsworth running at her, and the ball bounces over the backboard.
Substitution Turkey, number 4, replaces number 7.
And the Greek players look a little tired, and we are going to see a substitution.
There's a big difference. Turkey had 2 days off before this game. Greece didn't. They had to win their next game to qualify for this game. So, you know, when you really only play about 6-7 players, that's tough.
Malci short.
So, you know, you start to wonder, are her legs getting tired now?
Just 6 points for Greece, 2 3-pointers, and now they have to deal with Shocker, who's been just almost unstoppable the last couple games.
She really has. Every time she has checked in, she's been about the 6th, 7th person off the bench. And she's a game changer. We've talked about this. She's young, she has a great, bright future, and she really has a new role with this team now, and you can see her relishing in it.
And Spanu, that's her game. She kind of moves away from the defense.
She does, because she's undersized, but she's still so skilled. You know, you saw her going away, but she was still able to stay under control.
Here's Charlotte again, and this time she would have been better off taking it all the way herself because the Greeks are ready. Oh, that's an unsportsmanlike on Shaka. And Memnon. I just wonder if Shaka knows it.
See, the problem with that call was, so we have two unsportsmanlikes. If you stop a transition, even if you go for the ball, but it's an obvious transition that's going to lead to a two points, that can be an unsportsmanlike. This one was called an unsportsmanlike, even though there was defense behind her, because she didn't go for the ball. By no means did she try and stop the ball. So you really have to be conscious to, you got to go after the ball. They're saying it's a cheating play, it's not sportsmanlike. You got to go after the ball in that case, even if you are trying to foul.
I got to be honest. I'm not a fan of stopping a player just for the sake of stopping the play. I'm glad that rule is in place.
It's tactic, right? I mean, that's why.
But
you didn't see it years ago, though. It kind of became popular, and then now they're trying to cut back on it again.
Because I mean, do you honestly think anybody wants to come into the arena to watch that?
No, it's a stop play. Wouldn't you have loved to see what Maltzy would have done?
Absolutely.
Was she going to pull up for three? Was she going to go all the way to the basket? Yeah. As a fan, I agree what you're saying. As a player, I get why you want to foul.
Well, because you've been told over the years, I'm sure that's what you've got to do. So this could be a big trip down the floor for Greece. They've already got 2 points. And Maltzy doesn't get it all the time. So that's an opportunity. Turkey on top, 15-10 after 1.
The jukebox for Mr. Zdenek Urbanowski on his Piano Petrov performance.
That's the difference right there. Turkey shooting 57% compared to Greece's 16%.
Well, Greece just about hanging in there. They're 15-10 down. They haven't shot it well. Turkey, on the other hand, they showed some really good stuff. But the Shaker unsportsmanlike foul allowed Greece to go to the free throw line and get a couple of easy ones, and they're trailing by 5. I don't think Greece can be too unhappy with the looks that they're getting on offense. They just haven't put them down. And really, it almost seems as if for them, they're willing to give up jump shots everywhere. If they can just control the paint.
Yeah, if I'm Greece right now, I'm actually happy that I'm only down 5 because they did not shoot the ball well and they missed open shots, easy shots, things that you have to make. So they shouldn't be too disappointed. As far as defense goes, 15 points is also very good. This Turkish team is averaging around 70, maybe a little bit more than 70 points a game, and they do have a lot of weapons. So you can't be too disappointed if you're the Greek coach.
Now Lemura has come in, the longtime point guard of one of the point guards of Greece, number 6, and she's got the ball in her hands right now, and also Anna Spiritopoulou. And now here's Maltzy on the baseline.
She's have great looks, and those are shots that if you keep letting her get those kind of shots, she's going to start to make them.
And Shaker just comes back and says, let me remind you of how good I am.
She really is. You look at someone like her, she's going to be around for a while, and she can take over when Albin retires, when Verdarli starts to retire. So, a beautiful pass.
Yep, nice pass from Lemura.
From the veteran point guard, who's been around a long time for her. And that's just a good job. She was able to get low, penetrated, 2 people dumped on her. She knew exactly where Spanu was, and she executed the pass perfectly.
Chanitos goes down as we look at the replay of Spanu. Shalar was charged with the foul. Remember, we talked about how she's really stepped up her game, and we think it's because she got a lot of increased playing time with her move domestically this past season in Turkey.
I think it helped with, obviously more minutes, but I think she just gained a lot more confidence going from Galatasaray to Yurkendoglu, who actually ended up winning the league. And you just see her playing with more confidence.
17-12.
Fokalu as well. He's in the game for Greece now. Albin. Long one. Good! Richard Albin takes it back to 8. Lemura, guarded by Shaker. Waltz got to get it going eventually. She faces the double team. Kalsidu has it, spins, gets in the lane, puts it up. Oh, and they call the travel. They don't like those spin moves.
No, they don't. We've seen that more than once in this tournament, and it's a tough call for the refs because sometimes it's allowed. Here's a nice three from Albin, who, she's already stepped up and has 8 points. She's only been averaging 9.3, 9.5 a game so far in this tournament. So she's decided to take on some scoring responsibility here.
Well, that Greek bench certainly didn't think that was a travel. And Hollingsworth goes in, misses, follows her own shot, puts it back up and in.
She got that rebound with 4 blue jerseys around her.
Maltzy goes left again. Is she going to get something? She gets it to Lemura. Fokalu over to Spano. And Lemura with the rebound, puts it up and in. She kind of anticipated, if I just try to jump and put this up, it might get rejected. So she just kind of threw it up with one hand softly.
She did, and she meant to do that. It wasn't it was on purpose, and I think it was a good little idea by the point guard.
How about Kochel? She can knock him down as well, and doesn't get the love from the rim that she needs. And now Lemura over to Kalsidu. So blow from the right corner. How about that for an introduction?
You just check into the game. First shot is a 3 and you make it. Gives you confidence going on, the rest of the time you're going to be out there.
Albin drives in, hangs. Oh, that would have been a spectacular layup from Albin. And Hollingsworth followed. She trailed. And here's Greece down 5. They can cut it. Just interesting how they can hang around. Lemura. Spanish quickly. Oh, what a play!
And that was just great awareness by the point guard there. She got into the heart of the Turkish defense. They had to switch, so Hollingsworth switched out on her. She knew that, knowing that Spanu was going to have a mismatch, and right away, as soon as she picked up her head, she knew she was passing to Spanu. She executed the pass, because we've already seen Greece turn the ball over a few times trying to get it inside to the post. And what's it lead to? An and one.
I mean, how well has Lemura played since she came into the game? Incredible.
Yeah, she's been out there 3 minutes. She already has 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. That's a very good efficiency stat line. It really is. That's from your backup point guard.
Spanish comes out, and Fasula is coming into the game. And of course, she's the daughter of the great Fasoulis, who played on the '87 European Championship winning team for the men's team. The team that changed basketball in Europe, really. And fascinating to see her come in.
It must be a proud father moment right there. I wonder if he is here supporting her.
He must be in here somewhere. So Greece can tie it or take the lead. Kalsidu has Shalar on her. And then the ball goes off of Shalar. Interesting. Almost a chess match in a way. And the they play. I mean,
the way the game is going right now, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's kind of who's going to limit their mistakes.
And traveling on Calcidu.
Speaking of Fasula, she's only 19 years old, so this is the biggest game in her career so far, in her young career so far. You know, you're playing in the quarterfinals
She was with
of EuroBasket 2017.
She was with the team 2 years ago in Oradea. They didn't do as well. They had some tough losses there. In fact, they were in Oradea and in Debrecen, and they almost advanced under former coach George Tikalakis. Shala gets inside. You know, the game gets hot.
How come that spin move wasn't a travel move?
And you have to wonder, don't you? A couple of travel calls against Greece. Maybe it wasn't a travel. You see the points in the paint there, that stat. Inside, what a play from Fasula coming right off the bench.
You think her dad saw that move?
He could have.
Catch it, keep the ball high, know where you are at all times.
I'll tell you what, let's see, Kokshol. Oh, Kokshol hits the three. Kokshol is quite a weapon from long range. Her dad, Fasula, is well known around the world. He made big news when he went to America to play a year of college basketball in North Carolina State back in the day for Jim Valvano. And people still talk about him, especially Wolfpack fans. And Calcidu gets into the lane, was hoping to get a foul called. Greece had cut the deficit to 2. Now it's 5, and it's going to grow if Vidarli doesn't make the layup. She's struggling to make her shots today.
Oh.
Kristanaki also into the game for Greece. Now the shot clock starting to wind down. And Kirithopoulos put it up. You feel like with Turkey, there's maybe a little bit more offensive potential. But just the way that Greece kind of dictate tempo, and they don't ever seem to panic, even if they fall behind by 8, 10 points, 12 points, even 14 points. They're just going to keep doing what they do.
Yeah, and you know that's why they've made it this far in the tournament. They kind of have this matchup zone that they like to play. It depends on if they make or miss the offensive basket, and they stick with it. You know, they don't get worried and say, oh, you know, last time we did the matchup, we got scored on. No, they stick with what has worked for them, and they know it's a long game. That's also the experience in Maltese and Calcidu. How many times have they played in a game where they've been down, they've come back and won? So you're not going to see veteran players get worried. It's still early. There's so much game time to play.
I know the users just had called to coaching and decided to broadcasting.
So I could work with you.
Yes, I know. See the way that you looked at me in the mix zone all those years. But what about the likes of Zina Maltese? As you watch, you know, she's 38 years old, still a great player, but as you watch her on the court, how she talks to the team, the players, is she not like going to be a perfect coach for you?
Yeah.
Because I know you want to see more women get into coaching as well.
I do.
Or I'm sure there are plenty in coaching, but also to get those big jobs.
Yeah, no, I do, and you know, I do think women in coaching, it's a little bit more prevalent in North America, let's say, than I've seen in Europe. So I'd love to see some of these, you know, you hate to say it, you can't call them a legend while they're still playing, but we've seen a lot of legends already in this tournament. And you want to see them go into coaching, you really do. And, you know, maybe the Greek Federation is just waiting for her to retire as well, because they know how good of a coach she could be.
She'd probably be so good still she would be a player coach. But that's taken nothing away from Karamidas as well, because he's done a great job with this Greece team. Lemura, what a dump, and then Fasula goes up and gets her second basket.
That was beautiful, you know, and you know how she got that pass up? She raised her eyes to the basket like she was gonna score, and sure enough, the Turkish hands, maybe they left their feet, and dump pass.
Parksall, and the long rebound out to Vidarli. Signoret can hit it, she's gonna shoot it, but it's gonna go off the rim, and the woman that seems to be doing everything right now, Lemura, gets the rebound. Maltzy gets it back. She's going to go to the basket. Takes her time, puts it up, and Evina Maltzy. Finally, she's on the scoreboard.
She needed to make that shot, and you know, I think she does not lack confidence. Trust me, when she's shooting the ball, she does not lack confidence, but that's what she needed. I could see her going off now.
Oh, how about that big rebound from Fasula? Did you see those big hands go up there and bring it down? She could box out her dad these days. I'll tell you that right now. You
know, you talked about 2015. She was there. Oh, beautiful backdoor pass.
What a play by Greece. It's Kristinaki, number 21, and they have taken the lead, 28-27. Lauren Bills.
You know, I can't imagine Coach Memnum leaving Hollingsworth on the bench for too much longer. Oh, yep, sure enough, she's ready to check in.
Vidarli into Signoret, and the foul. Boy, what a battle. It's an uncomfortable game for her. Look at that.
Beautiful. She literally just raised her eyes, and that's what got them off the feet. And got the defense off their feet, off the court. Wow.
Now, some spin moves were called, but there was no way that was going to be called because she was under such great control. You could see. And there's Kristinaki again. And
shooting two.
Greece. Again, there have been so many surprises in this tournament, but the way they've come out and made it to the quarterfinals. Belgium are such a great story, but making it to the World Cup for the first time. Shazia Vegan is now into the game, you can see. But Greece, another Greek drama, I think, is upon us. Signoret misses the first one. And Hollingsworth can't check in because she's coming in for her. So she does make the second for Hollingsworth.
For Turkey, Granita Hollingsworth, back on the court.
Now, when Memnum was shouting out instructions, you could even see Maltzy look over at him and then say something to her teammates. It's almost as if she was reading his instructions. Kalsidu is getting rest. Lemura. Kristinaki, go!
And you knew Greece was going to crawl back in this game because they did have good shots that they missed early. And now they're just starting to make them.
And Hollingsworth draws the foul on the turnaround jumper. And that's, I mean, you could not ask for her to be in a better position if you're Greece. So you don't want to foul her. And that was Kristinaki. And it's kind of been really the unsung heroes of Greece that have really done the business. I mean, Lemura. Kristinaki's hit a couple of shots.
Yeah, Lemura, when she checked in, I actually think that's when they started to gain momentum.
Absolutely.
And, you know, she has scored, but it's been more her, she's run the offense, and she's had great finds. She's been aggressive, she's attacking.
I think she started at the last EuroBasket Women. Experience.
Now we see Turkey in a matchup zone.
Maltzy just at the line, gets it back, floats and puts it up and in. She's got the bit between the teeth right now. She's getting her confidence offensively. We're getting more in the flow. Shazia Vegan back to Albin. Janitez, it's on line, it is short.
Greece just plays so under control.
They really do.
I other than maybe the first layup by Maltzy that seemed a little out of control, I haven't seen them rush anything.
Look at that, and Adina Maltzy has 6 points. She catches it, turns, and shoots. And the Greek goddess has taken the lead to 34-30. Here it is again.
You know, she has a height advantage over Albin, but she's fading away when she caught that, goes straight up into her shot. That's difficult to stop.
It's interesting with, I suppose, when you say they played Italy and the Slovak Republic and Belarus, I mean, the Slovak Republic showed they can play very well, by beating Ukraine especially. And also Italy, I mean, I guess they were pretty tough opposition, but Greece is just a different type of team to both of them. And you wonder, you know, this was always going to be a much bigger challenge than what they faced in the group phase.
Yeah.
Because of the tactics and the control that Greece play with. I mean, Italy, you wouldn't say really play under control.
No, I don't.
Slovakia also, you know, certainly they have their tactics, but this Greece team just kind of spaces the court, they control tempo.
They wait. They don't force anything. They wait for a good shot. Or they wait for almost an excellent shot. You know, they pass up good shots knowing, oh, we're going to get something a little later in the clock, you know, maybe one more pass. And maybe this is something Turkey hasn't really seen yet in this tournament. You know, we don't necessarily think that they've been challenged. So it'll be interesting to see how they respond.
Vegan, she had a wide open look. Maltzy says, here, pick this person here, and then I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to get the ball back to you. And now she's got it and puts up a little runner and draws a foul from Janitez or Vidali. Janitez. Again, no real need to foul Maltzy when she's going up off 1 foot.
Yeah, some of the
That's not an
floaters
easy
fading
shot.
away. I agree with you, Jeff. It's, you know, as a player, trust me, we're not trying to foul sometimes when it gets hard. And I'm sure, you know, coaches say, why did you foul? She probably said, I didn't mean to. I didn't think it was. So it's easy to sit here and watch and say, oh, that's a stupid foul. But
she takes it up to a 36-30 lead. Turkey called a timeout to try to get something here at late in the first half. But goodness gracious, their biggest lead in the game. They went up by 9 points in the first quarter. And
Şaziye top oynasak top kaybı olmasın. Işıl Bilsel alın topu. Dar sıkın yap. Işıl Bilsel topu al.
since that point, just trying to see.
Hangisi alırsa.
Yeah, their biggest lead has actually been 10 points in the game. So here they are trailing by 6. So we're talking about a 16-point turnaround in this game. And the way it happened with Greece, really, much of it certainly owed to the introduction of the Mura to the game. Because even at that point, Maltzy only really got it going late in this run.
And Yamura didn't check in until the beginning of this quarter. She played 0 minutes in the first quarter. So, and they were down. So, you know, if you look at her plus minus, yeah, she's at 11 right now because they started to come back when she got on the court. You know, we talk about her, okay, she only has 2 points, but she has 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and she's out now, but just under 10 minutes.
Now, Greece had a foul to give there. Nikola Polo committed it, and now Turkey has got 4.6 seconds remaining here to get something. Hollingsworth has it, and look at that. Maltzy knew exactly she was going to try to hand the ball off. I mean, she's so intelligent. I mean, you know.
She has a little bit of experience.
Yeah, that's it. But experience is a great teacher, isn't it? You'd rather have experience than talent? Nope. Look at that. Oh, and the block. And they just said, not in this house. And the long one from Kristinaki. Oh, Greece had just said, you know what? It's game on. Let's go to the change room.
20 minutes.
We can do this.
Greece 36.
They lead it 36-30 over Turkey.
And now, broadcast live.
And so they were 1 for 16 and shooting in total at the end of the first quarter. And now look what they've done.
They're out rebounding Turkey. They're out assisting Turkey. And even out fouling Turkey.
They do have 7 turnovers, but those were, you know, 4 of those came in the first quarter.
And they were senseless.
And they were senseless. That was just a bad pass because it was open who they were looking at trying to find.
So looking at halftime real quickly in terms of scoring, Albin has 8 points, Hollingsworth 7, along with 5 rebounds for Turkey. And that's pretty much it for them. Shalar does have 4 points. And you worried for Turkey in this one. Malti now, you know, she went so long without scoring. Now she's got 10 points to go, and also 4 rebounds. 7 points for Spanu. Pasula and Kristinaki have come off the bench and each scored 4. Kalsidu hasn't really gotten it going yet. She had that 1-3 to start things. Has had a tough time. Lamura, meanwhile, along with her 2 points, she has got 5 assists and 5 rebounds. I mean, just
She's been the difference maker, right, Jeff?
that's a dream scoreline for a coach. I mean, he wants players like that who don't care about their own points, who are going to do things. So, long way to go. Plenty of time for Ekrem Memnun in Turkey to turn this thing around. But right now, they trail it 36-30 here in the Prague Arena.
We start with 3, 2, 1, go! Tak, opět to bylo krátké, nevadí. I tak, Martine, děkujeme, že jsi se zúčastnil. Tak se ho moc nevyhodne, projedeš někdy příště, nebo až si ho sám koupíš. Každopádně my za zhruba 12 minut pokračujeme druhým poločasem našeho druhého čtvrtfinálového utkání mezi Tureckem a Řeckem. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Start spreading the news.
上，一瞬间，眼睛原将白提。
Přehledné a aktuální informace z vašeho kraje, okresu i nejbližšího okolí. Luštění a křížovky pro celou rodinu. Rozšířená sportovní rubrika i pravidelné přílohy TV magazín, deník plný bydlení a magazín ženy. Objednejte si za 14 dní zdarma na 272 015 015. Mnohaletý technologický vývoj. Investice do moderních ekologických technologií. Jednou z nejdelších distribučních soustav vytápíme 60 000 domácností. Díky vaší spolupráci a důvěře můžeme vyrábět opravdu čistou, levnou a spolehlivou energii. Elektrárny Opatovice. Jsme tepelné srdce východních Čech. I soutěžní jezdci už to vědí. Přichází vůz, jaký tu ještě nebyl. Atraktivní, sebejistý, bezpečný, prostorný, luxusně vybavený. Prostě nejlepší český litvek všech dob. A teď ujedu všem. Nový Hyundai i30. Hyundai. Matony na pomerančovém Mambo. Tam máš šťávu. Vaše hvězdy chutí libem. Ochucená matony s ovocnou šťávou.
Každý všední den v 9 hodin ráno vám přinášíme výjimečné hosty, zajímavá témata s osobnostmi, které mají co říct. Host Lucie Výborné od pondělí do pátku od 9 hodin živě na Radiožurnálu. Univerzita Hradec Králové fandí basketbalu.
Well, 36-30, Greece on top of Turkey here in the quarterfinals of the FIBA EuroBasket Women 2017. We're in the Prague Arena in the Czech Republic. Beautiful part of the world. I don't need to tell you, you need to get yourself over here. This is a fantastic place to visit. And right now it's a great place to watch basketball. And if you are a speaker of the Greek or Turkish tongue, you really might want to get over here in case your team advances. Also, I think we're going to have a few more Belgians making the trip now to Prague. It seems they're starting to really wake up over there. That their women's team not only has potential, but they have actually made history by qualifying for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup for the first time with their win over Italy. They're unbeaten, and the same can be said for Turkey, but the French fans also piling into the arena, you see, with their French cowboy hats to watch. The Greeks are once again making us sit up and take notice, just as they've done really, I would say, going all the way back to the EuroBasket Women 2009, even though in Chieti in 2007, they also were starting to show signs that they were going to have an interesting team to follow. And certainly with the return of Avina Malsi to the lineup, that has helped this Greek team. So, 20 more minutes to go. I know that Ekrem Memnum is gone to the locker room, and he's come up with something that's going to give Turkey a better chance of winning the game. And I'm also guessing that with respect to Greece, they're not going to change anything. They're just going to come back and play the only way that they know how to play. Now, Shona, I'm guessing that you've played against both of these teams in your career with Canada.
Either from this side or that side.
And although the way Turkey play now is maybe a little bit different from the years gone by, but both of these teams have experience at this level. Greece have kind of not been able to win the big game, and dating back to 2009 when they did beat Italy to qualify for the FIBA Basketball World Cup in that fifth-place game. So this, potentially is the greatest moment in women's basketball history in Greece.
Yeah, I think it is. They've been around. They got to host the Olympics, so of course you got to see them there. You got to see Maltese shine at the Olympics, to be honest. But they're 20 minutes away from moving on to a possible medal at EuroBasket 2017. So we already talked about Belgium making history. This Greek team is knocking on the doorsteps as well. If I'm Coach Memnum, I'm looking at my stat sheet here, and I'm saying we've already shot 13 threes in this game and only 17 twos. As a team in the last 3 games, they only averaged 13 three-point attempts. So maybe that was Greece's game plan defensively, saying, you know what, let them. We'll wait until they knock them down to change that. I'm looking at Hollingsworth. She's 2 for 3. They've only given her 3 shots. You got to get your best scorer and your best player the ball more.
Vidali comes out and shoots the jumper. Turkey did hit some jump shots in the early going, and they went up by as many as 10 points, but Greece never really panicked, and ultimately some of those shots did start missing, and now Maltese has just started the second half like she finished the first.
Hey, you cannot let her get hot.
And now the turnover into the hands of Maltese. She's not going to miss the layup. She is like a panther stalking its prey right now. She is incredible. 41-30.
So you see Greece back in that matchup zone. And you know what? That's our game plan. Make shots from outside because we do not want Hollingsworth scoring.
O'Shalalvin goes to the baseline. Shalar, short.
And look how calm they are. Greece get the ball. They're not trying to run out and push it. They want to set up their offense. Find Maltese.
Kautsidu back in the game. Lemura now. Kautsidu flashes into the paint and scores, and Greece now have a 13-point lead.
This is a much-needed timeout by Coach Memnun in Turkey. They're just going away from what made them successful in the first quarter, in the previous 3 games, you know, in pool play. And that was find out a way to get your post player touches and then play the inside out game. You know, get her the ball, see if they collapse, and then you start to knock down those threes, and you have to crash the boards. You have to go offensive rebound, because right now Turkey's gone a little cold. You know, they typically average 13, little over 13 offensive rebounds a game. They only have, 3 so far. So that, I think that's somewhere that they need to think about picking up their game. But it's also not time to worry. You have 18 and a half minutes left in this game. We didn't see Greece freak out at the beginning. Turkey now has to come out. You got to get your veteran, you know, 2 point guard combo guards. You just got to get good shots.
That's the main thing, but I think what you do realize with Greece is we know that they are going to crowd you in and around the paint, the lower half of the paint especially.
Yeah.
They're not going to give anything away uncontested.
No, and Greece is not tall, so they do need to actually crowd the paint.
Now the answer from Memnon is to reintroduce Shocker, and that will give them somebody who's going to be able to put the ball on the deck and get to the basket. They've also got Kirksel back in there. And Kirksel's going to put one up, and she's going to hit it. And that is the veteran, that is the emerging marksman. She gets it back to a 10-point game. And now the defense picks up a little bit. Kalsidou fakes. Lemore, look at him making the extra pass. Maltzy and Chalar with the rebound. Shocker. Like Shocker in there, because she'll be able to put on the deck. Oh, Chalar left wide open. And Lemore collects the rebound. No white shirts under the basket.
No, and this is what you want to see. You know, get Hollingsworth. But I think Hollingsworth is starting to get mad because she hasn't touched the ball yet.
And they read Maltzy's pass. Spano. And another trip down the floor where Greece failed to score. Shocker. Kirksel. Alban. And she is swatted by Kalsidou. Now Maltzy in the open floor. She knows Alban's behind her. No, she doesn't. And good hustle from Turkey.
Yeah, and that's a good job. You know, Alban thought she was fouled down there, but she hustled back and she broke up that play, and now it's Turkey ball. This is, you know, you can never give up on a play. Well, I think that was a pretty clean block. Not a bad call, but she was the last man back, and she was able to stop what could have been an easy basket for Greece.
I think Turkey could do with being fouled and getting to the free throw line. Alban. Shocker. Goes right at Maltzy. Oh, what a play. She drives in. She took on the best. And then she just has that ability to finish.
She does. She's so exciting to watch. I mean, she's very crafty.
No look to Spano from Kalsidou, and Greece take it right back to 10. Shocker again, and the reach this time, and the foul has been called on number 7, Anna.
Sorry, Jeff.
Sorry, go ahead.
Again, if I'm Hollingsworth, I'm starting to get frustrated with my team. She's touched the ball outside the three-point line to make a reverse pass. She has not got the ball in a position for her to score. It's almost been 5 minutes in the third quarter, and you guys are down. You have to go to your best player, your best scorer.
Kirksel, desperate, puts it up, time eluding. Although we do see the Greek D collapsing on Hollingsworth when she gets it, and that's what putting them off perhaps. Look at them, they pass it back, Limura. Now she's gonna put up a three, and she is doing everything today for Greece. We'll go back in front by 13.
And she has been the difference maker.
It's not unrealistic for her to get a triple-double, you know.
And she only has played 8.7 minutes in 3 games in this tournament so far. 8.7 minutes a game, sorry, in 3 games.
Charler on the baseline. Shacker skies for the rebound, gets it to Alban. Back to Shacker, and drills a 3. But Greece should be appreciative of the foul that's been called because it's prevented them from,
you know, Limura had 0 points. She hadn't scored a basket before this game. So talk about a veteran player just sort of, you know, doing what her team needs of her. She had only played 8.5 minutes in 3 previous games, 8.5 minutes per game.
Incredible, isn't it?
And now, you know, 15 minutes, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 points.
Alban drifts in, hits it. That was big. Turkey just trying to keep the game tight right now. But the tempo is Greece's advantage, really. Look at Maltzy. Drives in, nobody, she missed the layup.
Rare miss. I'm surprised she missed that. I think she was surprised. She was so wide open.
What a reprieve for Turkey. Shacker, good! But that was only a 2. Her foot was just on the line.
It was, I think, by millimeters.
I've seen enough. Shacker has got to be on the floor right now. And she just has the ability to finish where Vidarli has struggled.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's the big difference. Limura puts up sort of a tough contested shot, and a timeout will be called by Greece, whose lead is 9, and Shacker maybe will cut it. Four on the shot clock. She gets the pick, gets it to Coxell, and Coxell front and back of the rim, stays out. It was a nifty play. She got Hollingsworth to set the pick, and it looked like she was going to get Hollingsworth to roll, but then she passed it to Coxell.
I think Greece has done an excellent job in this game of slowing down Turkey's game plan.
Look at him find the open player, Limura. Maltzy for 3. Go!
She will not miss that. You leave her that wide open, and she is not going to miss a shot like that. She never has in her career, so she's not going to start now. Let's put it that way.
Well, the Greek broadcasters, we know who they're pulling for. Standing up with pumped fists, clenched fists. Shacker for 3, and no love from the rim. Kautsidu and Maltzy fight each other for the rebound, and Limura gets it.
And look at this. Before, we saw Turkey getting up, pressuring, slowing down the offense, but Greece already runs slow, so they don't, they're just so under control.
Look at Spanu. And her pass almost intercepted, but Maltzy gets it off. Hollingsworth for the rebound. Coxell over to Alban. 8 on the shot clock. So goes Shacker again, goes baseline, and this time she doesn't finish. And it's starting to become a tough ask for this Turkey team.
It is, and it's because Greece is playing the style of play that they want to play. And it's really affecting Turkey on offense and defense.
And Shacker fouls Limura as she gets closer to the basket.
Call Turkey number 4,
Look at the replay of Maltzy hitting the 3.
How many times in your commentating career have you seen Maltzy hit a shot like that?
Yeah, plenty. But it's been a while. I mean, she kind of dipped out of the international scene for a while.
She did some injuries. I know some surgeries, you know, wear and tear on her body. She's probably played in thousands of games over the course of her career.
So Lemura, the story that is Lemura, Lolita Lemura, just continues.
And she gets a much-needed and well-deserved rest. So you see all her teammates are up there giving her high fives and hugs and big smiles because they know what she has done for this Greece team already.
And Maltzy with the rebound.
And again, good defense by Greece to force Turkey into taking a three, which they're 5 for 18. They have only 26 two-point shot attempts.
And again, it just continues to go well for the Greeks according to plan. Tempo, I mean, just remember they're down 10. They just didn't veer from what they wanted to do.
No, they didn't. They were down 10, and you didn't see any worry in their faces. They were like, oh, okay, well, we'll come back. We miss shots that we normally make, so don't worry about it. Our defense wasn't bad. They had kept Turkey to 15 points in the first quarter. Looks like Albin maybe got a hip pointer or a Charlie horse. Yeah, when someone or maybe it's her ribs. So I think she got a little bit of a hit on that foul that was called against her. I mean, Maltzy's strong, so if you run into her, you might be sore after. Oh, beautiful pass.
Oh, she passes it back out to Kaltidou. Spano chases it down. I mean, she passed up what it looked like a layup for a 3 attempt.
I might have jumped up if I saw Kaltidou hit that shot. I would have been with the Greek commentators cheering on that one.
It's almost as if they kind of lulled them into like a daze, how they're passing it.
And I don't want to say they play slow, but they play under control. And I think it's really affecting Turkey. How many times did we see Coach Memnon in the first 3 group games yelling at them, run, 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 push it, push it? Have you seen that today?
Oh, look at that. An easy one in the end from Angelika Nikolapoulou. And the drive and 2 shots awarded. I think at this stage, you've got to think if you're Turkey about getting all of your guards out there and get some pressure, because at this stage they have got to change the tempo of the game.
They do, and I think that's what Coach Memnon has done. I'm not sure if it's just for the end of the quarter, but they need to pick up full court right now. They need to play a little bit more helter-skelter. They need to maybe try trap. Make it uncomfortable for Greece to bring the ball up the court because they haven't done that. They're not making anything uncomfortable for Greece right now. Greece is completely doing what they want to do. See, right here, maybe you go for a quick trap.
Oh, again, she drives right down. Nikolapoulou takes the lead back to 17, their biggest of the game. This is becoming incredible. Greece by 17 points against Turkey. 10 minutes remaining. They are within touching distance of a spot in the semifinals.
There's 10 minutes is a long time though, so don't go away, people.
Tell me what you see there. Okay, wait. I want you to hold that thought, and I think you know why. Well, I've become a real big fan of this Turkish team at this FIBA EuroBasket Women, Shona. But the one thing they have yet to do, at least in this game, is to say, right, we're taking off the shackles, we're coming after you defensively. We might give up some layups, but we're going to come after you. We're going to speed the game up. We're going to try to take control of this tempo that is allowing Greece to just patiently pass the ball around the court and do whatever they want.
Yeah, they do. They have to pressure. They have to maybe, let's say, go for some gambles on defense. I think just to speed up the pace of this game, because this pace is in favor of the style of play of Greece. So it's not Turkey's game, and so you need to right now try and take back momentum and say, okay, we played your style for about 2 quarters, second and third quarter. We need to bring it back and play our style like we did in the first quarter. And maybe that's what Coach Memnun is doing, because we see number 3 checked in, Chora, and Bilcik. So
Bilcik is back in. She played very well in the last game.
She did. She only played in 1 game, but she had 12 points. So maybe he's saying, you know what? Pick up full court. Go. Put pressure on them. Make it uncomfortable for them.
And also feed your center. I mean, go ahead and go back to her now. And maybe Greece aren't going to be quite. They might lose their way a bit in how they defend Hollingsworth, being up by 17.
Hollingsworth didn't get a shot.
Oh, look at that.
She has not taken a shot in 10 minutes.
Sirius Upperler could not have asked for an easier layup, and she missed it. So Turkey riding their luck on that one. And now, maybe if you could spread the court and let Shocker go to work. Look at that. Beautiful play, and now a 3-point play opportunity.
Maybe we need to go into coaching. What did I say? I said Hollingsworth needs to get the ball.
Yes, you're right.
So simple. Hollingsworth needs to touch the ball. She needs to get shots. And what a great job by Shocker to penetrate, saw the defense, and she was able to execute the pass.
Well, Shocker probably is your most capable player on the court in terms of her ball handling, in terms of her shooting, finishing, passing. So she needs to have the ball in her hands, and she will either set up Hollingsworth or somebody else, but Hollingsworth doesn't make the free throw. Nevertheless, it's still a 15-point lead. You're not going to get it all back at once, are you?
No, you're not. And it's about stops on defense, rebounds, and executing on offense. So there's no need to freak out at this moment. You still have to play under control. You still have to go with what works for you. Don't take bad threes just because you're so worried about being down. There's still a lot of time left in this game.
To get it, quick pass, Spanu, and she just lifts it up over.
We didn't have the opportunity to see this Greece team really play. Watch a few highlights, talk to Mark Clark, who was here doing our job before us, and he said he really liked them. And now I know why.
Well, Kalsidou. Good hustle back from Turkey, but can't be turning the ball over at this stage of the game.
You kind of saw Shocker come in for, I would say, a Vardarli, and Vardarli's 0 for 6 right now. 3 boards but 3 turnovers, and it's not really what you expect from one of your veteran leaders, one of the most experienced players on this Turkey team.
But don't forget, as you look at Kalsidou drill it, that Greece haven't had much luck themselves, really, the past several years. I mean, they have been on the wrong end of some heartbreaking results. Maybe things are turning for them at just the right time. 19 points. They did go up huge on Russia in their last game, and Russia battled back. So Turkey need to keep at it. But this is they're just overdue, perhaps, Greece. I mean, they've got a great veteran-led team. Saw the shooting percentages there, and it's not a thing of beauty at all for Turkey.
No, it's not. And I think to give credit to Greece's defense, they've said, you know what, beat us from outside. Go ahead, try beat us from outside. If you do, then we'll adjust. But that being said, Turkey, even if that's what they're telling you to do, you need to still play your game plan, and that has to be getting the ball to Hollingsworth. you know, she's efficient. When she does touch the ball, when she does get a shot attempt, she's 3 for 4. She has 9 points and 7 rebounds, and we've hardly seen her touch the ball.
There's truth. But more important to me is what they do on defense to get stops. And if they can, this is why I think, I mean, you got to get points off your defense. And Turkey really are not getting anything from the defense. Well, I'll say that. They did get 8 points from the first 3 quarters, but now they're desperate for it.
Oh, look at this.
Calcidu almost getting another steal. Digits for 3. Hollingsworth, boy, doing everything she can. If she could just make that shot and go to the line for a 3-point play.
You know, Hollingsworth says, well, you guys aren't seeming to pass me the ball in the offense, so I'm just going to have to go offensive rebound and get my own points.
Shooting 2.
Watching Maltzy, these players. So Hollingsworth makes it, and boy, the Turkish fans, they look like they've
gone quiet here.
Yeah.
That's for sure. The second half, you know, they've got a great fan base out here, and they don't seem as happy as they did in the first half.
And she makes just 1 of 2. She'll get another one. And Memnon knows that his team is up against it, and he's perhaps going through in his own mind where he went wrong in this game. Second one is good. So at least she capitalizes on both of those. Still 8:20 remaining. Now this is what you got to see. You got to see some full court pressure.
Yeah, I wanna see them put pressure on the ball. Maybe someone come from, you know, force people into spin moves with a surprise trap type of situation.
Calcidu has it, and just going to look at the free throw shooting coming into this game for Greece, only 55.7%. Now, today, they shot a perfect 9 of 9. Go figure. And Maltzy banks another one in.
63-44.
Actually, Jordan rather. Not stepping in front that time of Maltzy. It's back to a 19-point lead. And the interception again. And it's just unraveling now for Turkey.
It is, and I don't think either you or I would have guessed this right now.
Well, I certainly didn't guess it before the start of the tournament.
And this is where, you know, they need to push it. They need to be a little bit more aggressive. It's that zone matchup has really just caused Turkey problems.
Digic gets in there, foul called. You're talking about a Greek team that beat Turkey, albeit without Larson, a Turkey team that made it, or a country that made the quarterfinals of the Olympics only, well, less than a year ago. Rio de Janeiro was very close to making it to the semifinals. So this is how quickly things can change. And even Shaka wasn't able to really turn things around for Turkey, so she has gone back to the bench. And Digic gets a little bit of love from the rim and the backboard, and the ball goes in. There's Shocker. Parksville as well.
And it sort of looks like this Turkish team is just stunned. See, right here, you want to see them up. I need to see more. If you are Turkey, you need to get up right now.
Yeah, I don't understand why Albin, for example, wasn't there. But maybe she's told not to be there.
You can't let them easily bring the ball across half.
Oh, look at the pass. Wide open. Calcidu! And if they got a look of, man, this is like getting on a horse and galloping across the country. Because right now, the wind is in our hair. Everything is going right. Drills it. We're back to 18 points, the deficit. You can't trade baskets. They've got to get steals. And he gets caught Maltzy and checks on her to make sure she's all right. Oh, yeah. And we got it with her elbow.
First personal.
Maltzy open, and Turkey fortunate. Now Albin back in the game. I think you might need to think about putting Vidarli back in as well.
You do. She hasn't shot well this game, but she is one of your leaders, and we know she can score. She's been able to score in the past. She's a great passer.
Yeah, as big
and defensively.
Yeah, I think more defensively, creating the chaos, getting her back in.
I think, you know, if I'm Coach Memnum, you go with Albin and Vidarli to end this game. And you just say, go at it, pedal, you know.
Cosma's in the game as well. She's coming in for Greece.
They need energy, and they just don't have it. Maybe the 2 days off wasn't a good thing. Maybe they lost momentum.
You know, the times when Greece don't score, it's only because they don't execute. I mean, they are in position to make plays. It is incredible the looks that they are getting repeatedly, time and time again. So Turkey called timeout, perhaps for that one last roll of the dice, down 18. They're down 5:45. Only 5:45 remaining. 11 points, 10 rebounds, but the only stat that matters is the one on the scoreboard.
And Greece has timeout this half. The Greek coach has all his timeouts left, so even if Cherokee do start to climb back, and they're very capable of that, he's going to be able to use timeouts, you know, after the 2-minute mark to be able to advance the ball. Wow, Greece is just in control everywhere in this game.
Εισαγωγή μέσα. Η Μάλτση στην ευθεία της μπάλας. Η άλλη κέντρο. Τρίπλα, πάσα, πάμε για καλά.
Έτσι, πάμε! Ένα, δύο, τρία!
20 points, 7 rebounds. We all know about what she's done, and you almost expect her to put up big numbers, but it's not just that. It's kind of the calm, the confidence that she brings to the team as well, the control that they're able to get with her out there. And of course, it's never down to one person. Lemura's been terrific. Calcidu has been good in the second half. And there have been a lot of players, and now another substitution where Fasula's going to come back into the game. 5:47 remaining. Spanu comes out.
If you're a stats person looking at Greece and you're saying you're shooting 56% from 2, 43.7 from 3, 100% from the free throw line.
But they're also, if you look at the assists, I mean, they've got 18 assists. That's not bad. With 5.5 minutes remaining. They've been passing it well.
They have. Everyone is unselfish. They look for the better.
An offensive foul. I mean, every time down, you can almost expect, what, 6-7 passes from Greece at least?
At least. I think if you could break down this game for Greece, you would say in most possessions, everyone on the, all 5 players touch the ball on offense. That's incredible. And you know, right now you see Spanu, you see Calcidu on the bench, and you kind of wonder if the Greek coach says, I might have a little opportunity here to rest some of my better players for the next game.
Kristinaki brings the offense certainly from the bench. And look at that, 7 points.
Everyone has played well for Greece. There is not one player who you could say, oh, she didn't contribute, she wasn't a big factor in this game.
Janites. And Maltzy goes up for the rebound. Now, it's important that Turkey try to regroup here and finish strong. Remember, it's the same situation that Italy faced in the last quarterfinal. Their tournament doesn't end today if they lose. They've still got a chance to reach the World Cup. Fasula puts it up and in.
You know, this Fasula is having a career game. She is 19 years old. She only played in one game back in 2015. Do you know how excited and proud her dad is right now?
Very proud. Very, very proud.
He's going, I taught her that. That's my move. She stole that from me.
Well, it runs in the family. That's for sure.
You look at Fasula's stats. 8 minutes, 3 for 3.
Alba misses the free throw. And it is, I mean, I was caught off guard by how well Turkey played in the group phase. But if we remember, you know, they did beat Italy by 1. And they beat an Italy team that lost Laura Mackey, you know, early in the second half. So perhaps the question again was, were they tested? And I think more than anything else, it's just the experience and the way that Greece play is so different to anybody else in this tournament. And Turkey have not been able to cope with it. And they also went up by 10 points early on. And maybe you go back to that point and see what happened. There's Hollingsworth. That's kind of been the way it is for her this entire tournament, with the exception of the game in which she went 28 to 21. She touches the ball. She's got bodies around her.
She does, and give credit to the Greek team. You know, they said, we don't want Hollingsworth getting easy touches. So that's why we're going to go into this match-up 3-2 type zone to just cover the paint, make it uncomfortable for Turkey to even look at her. I mean, I'm saying she hasn't got shots. She hasn't even got touches. We have not seen her touch the ball a lot in the second half. And right now, Turkey needs to be able to make some free throws if they want to get back in this game a little bit, because, you know, in the game they only won by 1 to Italy. They shot 18 of 30 from the free throw line.
I think it's important as well to recognize that even though they got 9 of their players back from last year, Turkey, they lost a lot of experience with Sanders, and you see the free throw shooting there. They lost a lot of experience with Yilmaz, Sanders, and, you know, right now, if you look at their age, the age of their players, they've got 2 22-year-olds. They've got 2 23-year-olds. They've got a 24 and a 25-year-old. So half your team is 25 or younger, and then you've got a 26-year-old and Janitez. Shazia Vegan is 35. She's not playing that much. So you also add the naturalized player factor. She has worked out with the team, even though she hasn't played with them since 2012. But it's not a team, I don't think, with a ton of players with a ton of experience, with the exception of Alban and Vidali Deneman, perhaps. Yeah. Well, I guess Charlotte played a lot as well.
Yeah, she has. You know, she had good minutes back in 2014 in the World Cup in Turkey as well. But yeah, no, I agree with you.
Maybe one of the disappointing factors today was Vidali. She didn't really play well, and Alban wasn't able to take over, perhaps like she often is. And if your guards aren't playing well for Turkey, then it's not always a good situation. Now, Kristinaki has taken a shot. I'll see if she's okay.
You know, look here. I'm not sure this style of screen. It was clearly a moving screen. She was leaning into it.
Well, she felt it up high.
She did, and we've seen Hollingsworth struggle with moving screen calls against her this tournament.
Well, I thought that was who they called on, but then we saw, yeah, it was on Hollingsworth. Another jump shot made by Greece, and you know what? When it rains, it pours, and right now it is pouring.
You know, if you want to talk about a team that everything is going your way.
I mean, Kristinaki 3 of 3 from three-point range for Greece. Signorek. Hollingsworth tries to follow it. This is a Greece team that has beaten Serbia, the defending champions. It's a Greece team that has beaten Russia. And now it is a Greece team that is beating Turkey. And there's only one way to beat this team, in my opinion, and it is to grab control of the tempo and to really get after them defensively. Because if you let them play, they will beat you. Look at that, the block shot from Nikolopoulos. Just everything right now is going for Greece.
And you know, even right now, look at them. They're calm. They're not rushing into their offense. They're using the clock.
Now Maltzy hits another three-pointer. 76-51. Incredible.
It really has been. And, you know, Maltzy says, this might be one of my last tournaments. I'm going to go out with a bang.
This isn't going to be her last tournament. She's coming back next year. That's for sure. She'll be at the World Cup. And she will be one of the biggest stars. Make no mistake about it. She actually used to play in Spain. I think she played for Valencia briefly.
She didn't.
Calcidou, rather.
She definitely played in Valencia. I remember that.
Look at, did you see how she caught that ball, maintained control, and then took it and shot it? She is such an incredible player to take an example from. If you look back at her game, little plays like that.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not in a rush. The only time she was in a rush was that very first play of the game.
The first one, and she looked over to her coach and said, my bad, I know better. Like, don't worry, it's not going to be like this. And we haven't,
and she
look at us.
She didn't score a point until late in the first half.
And that was just 2 free throws. She had 2 free throws late in the first quarter.
She's got 25 points.
And she's still out there. Coach is saying, you know what, I'm going to let you have fun.
I mean, the Greek players can barely contain themselves. They are smiling. They know
it's not just the players. Do you see the coaches? The Greek commentators can barely control themselves either. They're right over to our right, and I can hear them.
Look at that. Unbelievable. Yeah. They're waving on the bench.
Oh, they were just told to sit down, but they cannot keep they cannot control themselves.
Unbelievable. Turkey have really, it's been a mixture, a little bit of them laying an egg, but more than anything else, Greece is coming out and just dictating the way this game is going to be played, despite trailing by 10 points early.
54-81.
And you know, they're dangerous. I'm sure coaches are here scouting and they're going, we need to take them out of their game.
Well, why not? Comes right off the bench. Coming up, nails it. She's on the score sheet. And I really do. I mean, I have to emphasize, this Greek team won the hearts of all neutrals in 2009. They made it to the World Cup. They won the game. They had to win. If you look at the replay there, the last three-pointer against Italy to make it to the World Cup. And since that point, they've had the odd victory, but they haven't. They've just never really been able to consolidate at all. And here we are, 8 years later, and many of the protagonists in that team are now making history for Greece. They're in the semifinals of the EuroBasket Women. So flags are being waved over on that Greek bench. And it is time to go nuts if you're a Greek basketball fan. I'm not sure they're pouring into the streets of Athens like they did when the men beat the USA at the 2006 FIBA Basketball World Cup in Japan. But I tell you what, they should be, because this is a momentous triumph for Greek basketball. They win it 84-55 over Turkey. There's Maltzy. hugging the teammates. They are going off the court to just sheer delight. Look at that. The numbers, I mean, the shooting numbers for Greece, they've rebounded Turkey. Look at the assists, 21-10. I mean, how? We talk about that passing offense. Remember that picture right there, Maltzy with the Greek flag. The Greek greats, the Papaloukases, the players like that, but this is what it's all about for Greece. They're so proud.
Maltzy with 25 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists from their backup point guard, Lamora. What more could she have done for them? She's the one who got the momentum change going for them as well. You know, Hollingsworth, 15 points. And that was a 15 points, and she didn't even get a lot of touches. She did not have one shot attempt in the third quarter, and I think that's something that Turkey needs to go back. They still have a chance to book a ticket to the World Cup. So, you know, it's not over for them. They need to definitely go back and regroup. They need to figure out where they went wrong. And, wow, you just see how happy these women are and how deserved it is. And the thing is, they just played their game plan. There was nothing spectacular that happened tonight. They did what they needed to do, and they executed perfectly.
Well, the highlights, just enjoyed it. I mean, they just killed the game. They killed it early. Turkey just had no real opportunity. They just kept falling further and further behind. And even when the Greeks went to the end of their bench, players were coming onto the court, hitting three-pointers. And you'll always remember, I mean, that the way every trip down, 7, 8 passes, getting open looks. I think France were the only team to beat them here. They've been kind of problematic. But
we have a Greek team that everyone who checked in pretty much scored. You know, 10 out of 12 players scored for them. So what more can you ask for from your team? And you know, I was worried, honestly. I didn't know how deep their bench was, and if they could continue to win and win like that. The Greeks were crazy, is what the Greek players are saying right now. Yeah, you know, I was worried about their bench. And, you know, to move on in the tournament like this, you need bench contributions. And guess what? They got it tonight. They had their stars step up, and they had everyone else step up.
Wow, just incredible scenes here. Watching this Greece team celebrate. And, I mean, no matter what happens the rest of the way, you know, they are one of the big winners, just like Belgium now at the FIBA, at the EuroBasket Women, because they know they're going to the World Cup next year. Look at the scenes right there at the end of the game. Just the kind of stuff that you want to hold on to. I don't know that I've heard the Greek music that we always hear at this time of day, but folks, it's not too late to get here. If you're down in Athens or anywhere else in Greece, get up here and support these women because they deserve it. It's been a remarkable ride for them, and it's not over. And of course, that's the picture that will be remembered, and every one of them will have a copy of it. It'll be on their walls for the rest of their lives, without a question, without a doubt. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching the EuroBasket Women game between Greece and Turkey. Greece win it big and march into the semifinals. Turkey still have a chance, however, to get to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. Thanks for watching.